Hi there, my name is Tosin Ogunusi and I'm the UK's #1 empowerment activities trainer. Now, I wanted to share something with you that prompted me to write my book, and that is Time to Break Free, right here. I've been in personal development over the last 25 years, and culminating in what I've learned, it allowed me to put all my expertise, my know-how, my knowledge into a system that I call Time to Break Free Life System. And that is what has culminated into the book. Now, when I created the system, it involved 7 key principles around mindset, values, success, emotions, purpose, laws, and identity. And those 7 key areas were areas that I had to break through, because when I arrived here in 1992, February 20, 1992 in the UK from Lagos, Nigeria, I really had a shitty attitude, you know. I blamed everything and blamed everyone, blamed my parents for the way that I turned out. I don't know if you're doing the same thing. And I blamed people around me for why I turned out the way I was, you know, never went to university, you know, I had a shitty attitude, was always angry all the time, was always blaming other people, pointing fingers. And you know, when you point fingers, there's 4 pointing right back at you, right? And I just didn't believe in myself. I felt inferior to other people around me, and every day was just a daily grind, you know, it really was. And I really didn't know what I didn't know. And I had really shitty attitude, really shitty habits, but I didn't know how to get out of those habits. It was just like being in that, you know, hamster wheel, you know, just going round in circles and round in circles. And I started in personal development. And over the last 25 years, I was at an event. And it was, I believe it was June 2016. And I was part of an elite speaker training program. And I was one of the lead coaches. And as I was at that event, one of the participants asked me a question, and he said, "Tosin, wow, you're so good now. You know, you just got up there, you know, the main coach trainer said, get up there and deliver something. And you just, without hesitating, you got up there and you were flawless. That was amazing. How do you do it?" I say, "Hey, listen, you've paid good money to be here. We're talking over 7 figures, right, to be here. So therefore, can you imagine that I've got to be good at my job, right?" And she went, "Yes, absolutely." I said, "But it's happened over time." And then she asked me a really powerful question. She goes, "How did you get here?" And when she asked me that question, it kind of hit me. And I want you to think for yourself, wherever you are right now, how did you get to where you are? And I thought back to myself, yeah, how did I get here? I said to her, this is a long story, by the way. And she goes, "I got all the time." So we had lunch. We sat out on a beautiful lawn. You know, we're in a beautiful place in Kent. It was a lovely venue. And we sat outside on the lawn and we're having lunch and talking. And I was sharing my story with her. But at the end of the day, when we finished, I got into the car and I had to drive all the way from London back to Norfolk, which is where I lived at the time. And I had a 2.5-hour drive. And on the journey back, I was like, what a question she asked me. How did I get here? And that's when all these 7 key principles flashed through my mind. And I was going through what I did to actually break free from my own limitations and my own shackles and what was holding me back and really bounding me. And I thought to myself, wow, this is amazing information. I need to distill it and I need to put it into a solution framework that I can really, you know, be able to share my message with other people and help other people to absolutely create their own lives as well and improve their lives. And that's exactly how this book came about. So what I want to do in the next few videos is to share with you what those 7 key principles are. So get ready for a roller coaster ride, and I'll see you on the next videos.
Did you want to say what the 7 are by any chance in the introduction, or do you just want to go one by one?
I will say what they are, and then I'll go one by one.
Okay, so what they are will come in the introduction video. No?
Okay. So do you want me to say what they are?
Yeah. I
okay.
will edit it in.
Brilliant. So you might be asking the question, what are these 7 key principles that I just mentioned to you? Well, number 1, mindset. Would you agree with me that it's absolutely crucial that you have the right mindset to deliver results? Absolutely, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Next, values. What are values? Well, I wanted to figure out what's driving me. What's driving you, Tosin? Why do you do what you do? And the same goes for you. What's driving you? What are your values? And I often say to people, you need to know what your top 3 to 5 values are in all areas of your life. And it depends on what you categorize as areas. For me, I have like 6 main areas that I look at. We look at, my relationship, my family, my career, my finances, my health, my spirituality, and my personal development, for example. So what areas of life are you? You need to know what your values are in those areas. And understanding your values will allow you to make sure that whatever you get into aligns with your value. And that's what I call a marriage made in heaven. And then next was looking at success, because I want to know, what do I want? Because if you don't know what you want and you haven't defined it, there's no chance on planet Earth that you're going to get it. So success is really about knowing what you want and defining it with real clarity. And then I looked at emotions. And we're all emotional creatures, right? But emotions was, I looked at all the significant emotional events in my past that were holding me back, that I hadn't let go of yet, that I was hanging on to. Things like anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, shame, embarrassment. And all these things are holding me back. And I had to let them go so that I could grow. And then I looked at, so we've got mindset, we've got values, success, emotions, and then we've got purpose. I just often ask myself, what is really my purpose? How can I look within, find that gift that I've been given at birth, and utilize it for myself and use it to serve and inspire other people as well, so that they can get what they want. So you need to find out what your purpose is. So that's purpose. And then I looked at universal laws. I realized our whole universe is governed by laws. And if we don't understand what those laws are, we are always going to be working in reverse, and the laws will be working against us. It's a bit like banging your head against a brick wall and not knowing where to turn. And then finally, identity. And identity was, for me, was like, I didn't want to identify with all the shitty labels that I used to call myself. I'm no good, I'm not worthy, I feel inferior to others, I don't know this, I'm not smart enough, I'm not clever enough. All these crazy labels, I haven't got a good memory, and all this stuff that I used to say to myself because I didn't believe in myself. So I had to strip myself of all those labels, and I have to ask myself a serious question. Who do I want to become? And who do I need to be in order to become that person? That's really important. So those are the 7 key areas around mindset, values, success, emotions, purpose, laws, and identity. There you have it. So in the next few videos, I will elaborate a little bit more about each and every one of them so that you have a little bit more understanding of what they are. So if you've enjoyed this video right now and you're loving it and it's really helping you out and it's great advice, then please, please, please help me to reach more people, because that's my goal for 2019 and beyond, is to reach more people, help more people, so that we can all, one helping another, increase the vibrational energy of the universe, of the planet, and increase people's awareness, especially of themselves. So if that is you and you love this, then please, please, please click the share button and share this with your friends and families and colleagues and loved ones. But more importantly as well, please do like it, do love it, and put your comments below. I would love to read them. And if it can help you further, let me know what I can do to support you. Take care and God bless.